In this second session of week 4, we will discuss about sausages and spam and their impacts on contemporary South Korean culinary culture. And Americans brought many things. And one of them was the sausages and especially canned ham under the brand name of spam. Everyone knows what spam is. It's a junk food in America. But interestingly, in southern part of Korea, this played an interesting role in shaping South Korean culinary habit. And as a matter of fact, spam itself was invented in the early stage of the Second World War to feed and supply meat and protein to American troops overseas. So American troops were always supplied with spam, and they brought it to Korea as well. And somehow, even though it is a typical junk food in American market today, but for Koreans, because of the memory of the old perception that this was a meat, so it was nutritious and luxury food. Now this legacy still exists in South Korea, as we will see. Especially during and after the Korean War, impoverished Koreans living near the US military bases, which were everywhere, and they had to eat some leftover and abandoned the US military canteen food virtually from garbage bins. Now this food, these garbages from American military bases, they included some processed meat such as sausages and ham. And now to consume that discarded American military food, Koreans made it as a stew, which became 부대찌개, which literally means military base stew. Now that has been popular food since 1960s. Somehow it revived, and today many foreigners come to Korea to enjoy 부대찌개 as well. So this 부대찌개 is a truly interesting and amazing food, as a matter of fact, because Koreans could not directly consume the abandoned sausages, hams. It came out of US military barracks. They had to mix it with kimchi and other vegetables, and even later, even ramen, the instant ramen noodle as well. So this food initially was confined around the US military bases in 1940s, 50s, and even 60s, but somehow this food spread out to the next decade, and it gained interesting popularity in 1970s, and then from now on, it became a staple Korean food through 1970s and 80s and 90s, and then with the K-pop, even foreigners know about this food, and they enjoy this interesting stew, especially for young people on drinking party. So you sit with your friend on table and you order big 부대찌개 stew, and which includes a lot of spam, a lot of sausages and other processed meat, as well as many different kinds of vegetables, and of course kimchi and some other sauces, the hot chili sauces, and then you also add instant ramen noodle block. So it will be cooked slowly, and then you enjoy that food while drinking soju. Probably because of these fond memories, not necessarily fond memory, but Koreans, even though once upon a time this was a food that represented the poverty of Korea, somehow people remembered that, and it became legacy, and in today, around the New Year's Day, if you visit any big department stores in South Korea, you will see piles of spam cans packed with beautiful, in beautiful boxes and decorations, and they are sold as a prime gift for many people. So people will buy this well-packed spam and then offer it to other people to whom they want to express their gratitude. And so still it is a spam makes a popular gift items among some Koreans even today. And probably this is a typical only in South Korea, because I have never seen in other countries where people use spam as a popular gift item. And as I said, in America itself, where spam came out, spam is a typical junk food, and it's one of the cheapest source of probably protein and huge fat. And now, in our next session, we will talk about more important topic, that how these refugees that have occurred because of the Korean War in early 1950s, and how that impacted and shaped contemporary South Korean culinary culture and culinary practices. Okay, so that ends the week 4 lecture, and shall we have some conversation, especially if you feel something was interesting, or if you want to discuss some other issues and questions you have?
Yeah, sure. So you actually introduced us the 부대찌개, which is made of spam.
That's right.
I would like to introduce other Korean food made of spam.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I reckon spam is the most preferred and typical banchan among Koreans. So that is to say, we Koreans put spam for making day-to-day daily meals. So spam is the most accessible ingredients for us, I guess. It's very easy to find, right? So like supermarkets and everything. So yeah, so we can make kimchi fried rice also, and kimchi stew, which is known as kimchi stew, and also kimbap with spam also. It's very popular.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kimbap includes spam. Yeah.
Yeah. So the kimbap with spam is very popular among the young kids because it's very delicious and savory.
I see.
So a lot of parents try to buy that kimbap during the picnic season, I guess.
That's right.
So yeah. So there is another food that I want to introduce, which is spam eggs buchim.
Oh, spam egg.
Yeah.
Oh, you mix spam.
It's one of the representative banchans for Koreans. So
That's right.
the recipe is called as buchim dish in Korea. So buchim refers broadly to any type of pan-fried ingredients soaked in egg or like batter mixed with other ingredients. However, to save time, today's Koreans don't put any flour and instead only just dip spam slices with whisked eggs.
I see.
So yeah, so to briefly explain again its recipe, we only need 3 ingredients, which is spam, egg, and only olive oil.
Oh, olive oil. I see.
Yeah, that's it. So first whisk the...
Very easy.
Yes, very easy. So like first prepare the egg and whisk it well, and set aside in a medium-sized bowl and place the pan on a medium-high heat and add in olive oil.
I see.
Yeah, so once the pan is hot, dip a slice of sliced spam into the whisked egg, completely coating the spam. Yeah, so to place the egg-coated spam slice into the hot pan and pan fry on each side for about like 2 minutes. It's very simple per side. So until a nice golden brown.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
It sounds very tasty.
Yes,
it sounds
it
like
is.
it will make a great banchan for your lunchbox.
Yeah. My mom actually add those banchan, the egg spam buchim for my 도시락.
And that's a great day for you.
Yeah. So I recommend you and the audiences to have the rice and a stew
I
along
see.
with a variety of vegetable side dishes or kimchi, I guess.
see.
So
I
I'm
see.
sure that it would be simple but perfect typical Korean meal, I guess. So in this sense, we can say that I would like to suggest use spam as an ingredient stick to your own palate. So
I
it's
see.
still one of the attractive point of the spam, I guess.
I see. Well, sounds like you're a great marketer for spam.
Am I?
and it's good to hear and interesting to hear that young Koreans are trying to, they are finding more variety of food using spam and in a very creative manner.
Yeah.
Do you know any other than this egg spam banchan?
Egg spam banchan is the most popular one, I guess. But as I mentioned before, we can put all of the foods, we can put like spam in all of the foods.
Just any food.
Any other foods. So we can just like change the ingredients and the recipe according to our own palate. So that's the reason why the spam is very useful when we cook.
Wow, it's very agile.
yeah.
You can use it just anywhere. And
it
that's
is.
right. I think I should try it more.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And also, I want to introduce any other spam food.
Oh,
The
okay,
foreign-
you know more.
yeah,
so
foreign-
you are really
foreign food.
specialist in spam.
I
yeah?
guess.
Good.
And
yeah,
there are
share
some
it
like
with us.
several foreign foods made of spam.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I know that some other countries, they also use spam.
Yeah, so in addition to budae-jjigae, spam muesbi. Do you know
Oh,
spam
yeah,
muesbi?
that's right. I saw it in Hawaii.
Yeah, spam muesbi is also rooted on the historical background aligned with the presence of the US Army. So the spam muesbi has its origins in Hawaii, as you mentioned, during the World War II.
I see.
So during that time, Hawaii was the territory of the United States. So that's a long history,
That's
like in
right.
itself.
Yes,
so
yeah.
when Pearl Harbor was attacked by a
Japanese,
surprise, aerial Japanese attack, the American military already had a strong military presence in Hawaii, as you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So as the United States entered into war against Japan, more troops, units, and rations were deployed to Hawaii. So one of those important rations was the classic can of spam. Yeah, so
I see.
like the case of South Korea.
I
So
see.
as the military stockade of spam became overabundant during and after the war, spam started to like be spread among civilians. So thanks to the creative culinary culture of the locals, also since Hawaii has a large population of Japanese immigrants.
Okinawans and Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So the spam was started to insert it into an existing Japanese meal called onigiri.
I
Yeah.
see.
So-
Instead of mentaiko and other things.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So the onigiri is a Japanese food where rice is compacted and wrapped in nori, a black seaweed paper. So it's kind of like a Japanese version of kimbap, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah, so some furikake seasoning is usually added as well for its flavor. And also salmon, tuna, and other foods are topped or inserted into the rice in the onigiri. So
That's right.
today, you can find spam muesbi everywhere in Hawaii, including, I guess, several say we can find spam muesbi in gas station. Is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it. It's
That was
just
the
everywhere.
interesting
Yeah.
point because I've
Even
never been to
university
Hawaii
canteen
before.
and
Yeah. So university campus and like supermarkets, and even there are like several muesbi cafes that mainly sells muesbis
really?
in
Muesbi
Hawaii.
cafes?
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah, maybe I should wrap up our episode. So to wrap up, as second and third generation Japanese Americans make up a large population in Hawaii, their influences in local culture have created new fusion food dishes, such as like the spam muesbi in case. So in this way, we can say the spam muesbi has a distinct Japanese and Hawaiian flavor, and it is a fusion dish similar to budae-jjigae.
That's
So
right.
that shows a unique multi-ethnic and multicultural diversity
Yeah,
of
indeed.
Hawaii.
Indeed.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, not only just the spam, but also general corned beef. The American corned beef, they are widely and popularly consumed throughout the Pacific Island people.
Definitely.
Samoa, Tonga, Vanuatu, and everywhere. So very interesting that they consume a lot of corned beef. And corned beef was considered as a very luxurious, nutritious food. Them.
Maybe I should find more information about the corned beef, I guess, because
Sure.
I do have a lot of interest in the food culture. And so thank you for sharing your knowledge.
Yeah, thank you for your adding this. That's a fantastic story.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So now this will end our third section, and we will see you in our next episode. Thank you.